Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today we're gonna discuss about this topic is division of Pteridopytha. Firstly, let's make a quick introduction here. The pteridophyte is a vascular plant which is has xylophone. It reproduces and disperses via spores, and they are referred as cryptogams, as they produce neither flower nor seed. As you can see, they produce spores, which is not flowers nor seeds. And then pteridophytes are known as tracheophytes because they consist of specialized tissues for the conduction of water and nutrients. The pteridophytes are found in moist, shady, and damp places. They are found in crevices of rocks, bogs, and swamps, and tropical trees. It's because pteridophytes still need external water for fertilization. Pteridophytes are also considered as the first exclusive plant that evolved after bryophytes, hence they are called botanical snakes or snakes of the plant kingdom. Okay, that's the end of our quick introduction. Next, we're going to move on to the Pteridophyta life cycle. Okay, first of all, let's just look at here. First is sporangia, which is the spores at the cluster insori, the leaf of the fern. And these spores will undergo meiosis, and sporangia will undergo meiosis and become spores, and these spores will be dispersed by wind. And after they land at certain places which have the suitable for them to grow, they will do this spore germination and undergo this spore germination, and this spores will become a gametophyte generation, which is the haploid generation. So you get haploid now, which is gametophyte protellus, you can see here. And then this gametophyte has the antheridium and the archaeogenium inside it. Then this will undergo a fertilization, as you can see here, and this will end up with developing the sporophytes. They will grow up and become a more grow up ferns, type of ferns, and then after the sporophyte will grow more and will become a mature adult sporophyte, which is a sperm, which is the sporophyte generation is diploid from haploid. You can see here the gametophyte, and then we go sporophyte generation is diploid. Okay, and then after that it will continue the life cycle and continue the dispersion, the pollination. Next, we have taxonomy chart here. At first, you can see that the Pteridophyta is from the kingdom of Plantae, and you can see here it's under the field of Cryptogame, which is you can see it's not make the it doesn't produce flowers nor seeds, so it produces spores. Then under there will also a few classes under Cryptogame, and one of them is Pteridophyta, which one we talk about today, and which is basically some kind of fern, something. Then the order, which is you got the Psilophyta, Decophyta, Sphenophyta, Ocanomophyta, and Pterophyta. Okay, so there's a few that which is the Pterophyta is a whisk fern, Decophyta is crab moss or spike moss, and we will talk about all of this after this fern. And also the family, which is Pseudopsida, Euclipsida, Linguicida, Philopsida, Sphenophyllopsida, Protoleptosporangiopsida, and Eusporangiopsida. We'll talk about this at this classification. Yes, as you can see, the Philopsida on the left before this, that this is the most primitive. So the long last, the first one. That's not the first. It's kind of the oldest. Yes, the most primitive. Maybe the first one, I'm not sure, but it's basically one of the oldest, the most primitive. So basically the stem is photosynthetic and dichotomously branched. The rhizoids are present and leaves are mostly absent. So at the earlier species, they don't have much leaves. And then the sporophyte is homosporous syngeny. The term homosporous here, homos is same. It will produce homosporous. Will produce only the same size and same types of spores when it comes to pollination. Okay. Then this is we got example is Cytotum and Temesipteris. Next we got the Lycopsida, which is commonly known as the cloud moss. Cloud moss you can find it on the surface with moist surfaces. It has well differentiated plant body with adventitious root, stem, rhizophores, and leaves. The sporophyte is homosporous or heterosporous. So homosporous is will produce same kind of spores and size, while the heterosporous will produce different type of size and different type of spores. So it is also it might be homosporous or it might be heterosporous. For example, it is Selaginella and Lycopodium. Next, we got the Sphenopsida. Sphenopsida is commonly known as horsetail. This horsetail commonly seen in marshes and swamp. Well, it is well differentiated plant body with roots arising from nodes of the underground rhizome, stem, leaves, roots arising from the nodes. Because swamp have high get water, and so you need to be tall from the water. So you got Homospores sporangia born on strobili. So that is also a homosporous and they produce same type of spores and same size. Example is the Equisetum. And then we move to the Pteropsida, which is commonly known as fern. Okay, fern is one of the most common of all. You can see it basically at bushes, and they're also like near rainforest. Rainforest, most of it. And it have well differentiated plant body with roots, stem, and leaves. The sporophyte is homosporous or heterosporous, just like before the lack of sight. Example is the Pteridopytha, Diropteris, and Adiantum. As you can see, also one produces one kind of this heterosporous produce two kind of spores. Next, we got let's talk about the general application of the Pteropside. Okay, the Pteropside is capable of being a landscape and floral landscapes and in the floral industry, and also capable of being a food, fossil fuels, fertilizers, and also it has a few of it have a very good use in the medicine. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video of the medicinal uses. So in the uh, in you can talk in the video we're gonna talk about the maidenhair fern, which is very beautiful. As you can see here, it has beautiful little evergreen fern which grows in high altitudes with moist and shade. This fern is maybe more like look like only the ordinary fern, but it has very large use in medicinal uses. Also, it also have because it's beautiful. Also, considered to be an ornamental plant and is often kept inside the house. So for the medicinal use, firstly it stimulates appetite and help in digestion, promote for urine reduce or alleviate fever, and relieve inflamed parts. Next, you have, it can do it's used for remedy for pulmonary problem, cough, for various kind of muscle pains and inflammation of joints. It also have as tonic, regular menstruation, extended use of solution, of hair and bald. So from one single fern you can 10 of it, 10 of it beneficial. So just to use is firstly the leaves can be used as a decoction, so you need to process it first. Some of it you need to process first and all. But basically herbs can be used. As you can see the decoction leaf as a tonic we form after delivery. The part is of course the leaves itself. Okay, next we get the pteridopytha as salad and you use it as a food. So basically because it is a plant, so you make a salad of it. So you see it's a fern, a Paco salad. Paco is a fern. So how to make a salad from it? As you can see here. Salted eggs, one small onion, tomato, bitter flour. I'm not trying to teach about cooking. Just want to show that even the fern can be used in cooking. It can be made salad. So maybe some of you think that ferns you cannot eat it because it's in the wild, but yeah, maybe some of it can and some of it can. So don't just go with say after this consider all the fern can't be eaten and all the ferns can be eaten. Okay, there's a difference. So you need to, as you can see here, the pakpako salad. This you use as a salad you're gonna use. So it's a very healthy dishes as you can see, salad and very good nutrients. Okay, I'm gonna show this cooking. Maybe some of you want to watch it until the end. As you can see, maybe some of you want to try. It's very easy to make. As you can see, just with some onion, tomato, salted egg, pinch of salt and fern, and it's all you got. Bako salad. That's it for the parodified dishes. Next, we got fossil fuels. Okay, most of us know. Okay, this is a common knowledge that ferns. Look at this. Ferns were the dominant plant in landscape many million of years ago. So when they're all over the places, so as time goes by, they die and form a thick layer of foliage and detritus along the other trees. So in the end, they will be buried by the layer and be subjected to heat and pressure for millions of years. Therefore, eventually they become coals. So coals is a very important in economy. So it's a very good market market. Yeah, it's very rewarding for the economic importance. Next we got is fertilizers. How the pteridopytha can be a good fertilizers. Okay, as you can see here, let's take a quick example of mosquito fern, which is Azolla pinnata. Azolla pinnata is a small aquatic floating on ponds and still waters. Friends, it has the ability to fix nitrogen and make it available to other plants, and this ability has led to its extensive use with water crops such as rice. So you can see it has the ability to fix nitrogen. This is what makes it one of a kind. As you can see, Azolla pinnata has a symbiotic association with nitrogen-fixing blue-green algae, namely Anabaena azolla Strasburger. Due to this property, the agronomical potential of azolla as biofertilizer for rice has been recognized in many countries including India, Philippines, USA, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. You can see it has been widely recognized and been used all over the world right now. So all the nations around the world already know that Azolla pinnata is very good for biofertilizer. It also found that by applying Azolla, the soil fertility is improved by increasing total nitrogen, available organic carbon, phosphorus, and potassium in the soil itself. So this is a very good fertilizer all in one. So this was also a few uses other than being fertilizer of Azolla, which is food supplement, include hydrogen production, biogas production, as ingredient of soap production, and certain extent as human food. Okay, so the Pteridopytha in Islamic perspective. Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa arsalna ar-riyaha lawaqiha fa anzalna minas samaa'i ma'an fa asqaynakumuhu wa ma antum lahu bikhazinin. Sadaqallahu azim. And we caused the wind to blow the plants, and we sent down rain from the sky, then we gave you water to drink, and it was not you who kept. As you can see here, cause the wind to blow the plants. This is a pollination process for the Pteridopytha, which is the wind will blow the spores all over the place, which is called the pollination of the Pteridopytha. As you can see, Sprengel scientists discovered the facts about the pollination process for trees only about 236 years ago, but it's already mentioned in the Quran. As you can see here, the Quran already mentioned that this pollination process about 1,400 years ago was revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it's clear to us that the Quran comes from Allah and the God who created the trees and plants itself. So there's also a hint here that the pollination of Pteridopytha. Otherwise, the Quranic physics can talking about the pollination process found only by modern science after over 1,400 years. Therefore, as you can see, even in the Quran already mentioned the Pteridopytha pollination process. therefore, as we caught up all of the Pteridopytha, and I'm gonna show the reference links here. As you can see, there are a few